15 times, which in turn causes more water usage. Some realtors will tell you it's a thing, with clients buying newer homes and turning to a toilet black market, replacing new pots with old pots found in homes that have been torn down. With USA Radio News, I'm Val Dior.
The Department of Justice, along with 11 state attorney generals on Tuesday, filed a civil antitrust lawsuit in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia to stop Google from unlawfully maintaining monopolies through anti-competitive and exclusionary practices in the search and search advertising markets, and to remedy the competitive harms. Joe Conca from The Hill tells Fox News, big tech is bigger influence on our daily lives than most think.
I think is a big preview of things to come, because conservatives, quite frankly, on the right side of the aisle, they've had enough, because they see the evidence. They see, for instance, Facebook's election integrity expert formerly worked as a special advisor for European policy to then Vice President Joe Biden.
USA Radio News, I'm Lance Pry.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mark Rosenthal. Here's what's happening for southern New Hampshire for today. Becoming partly sunny and warm this afternoon. It'll be near 70. Overnight, cloudy, mild, though in mid-50s. Tomorrow and Saturday, sun clouds and mild near 70. Sunday, increasing high clouds. It'll be cooler in the 50s. Rain could arrive Sunday night and Monday. For WSMN 1590 and WSMN 95.3 FM Nashua, I'm Mark Rosenthal.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on WSMN 1590 and 95.3 FM Nashua. Game 2 of the World Series went to Tampa Bay as the Rays evened things up, beating LA 6-4 in Arlington. Brandon Lau with 2 home runs for the Rays drove in 3. Joey Wendell added a 2-run double and a sac fly RBI. He also had 3 RBIs. Blake Snell 9 strikeouts over 4 2/3. The Dodgers hit 3 home runs in the loss. Game 3 will be on Friday. Charlie Morton for Tampa Bay. The Dodgers counter with Walker Buehler. NFL, the New England Patriots hosting the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday in Foxborough. New England at 2-3 on the season, looking to snap a 2-game losing skid. The 49ers at 3-3. Running back Raheem Mostert is doubtful for the game. He's dealing with an ankle sprain. Thursday night football tonight, the Giants are on the road to face Philadelphia. I'm Tony Desiri, WSMN 1590 and 95.3 FM Nashua.
I need to get some new shirts for my business.
Just call Sal.
Does he do screen printing also?
Just call Sal.
Does he embroider shirts too?
Just call Sal.
I also need business cards and brochures.
Just call Sal.
How about yard and lawn signs?
Just call Sal.
And promotional products to give my customers?
Just call Sal.
Who is Sal?
I'm Sal. My wife Jennifer and I are the proud owners of Fully Promoted of Southern New Hampshire. If you need embroidered or screen printed shirts, business cards, brochures, lawn signs, promotional products, and even personal protective equipment for your business or organization, just call me or stop by our showroom, conveniently located at 410 South River Road in Bedford, right off the Everett Turnpike. You can also visit our website at fullypromotedsnh.com. That's fullypromotedsnh.com. We are your one-stop shop for all your promotional needs. Fully Promoted of Southern New Hampshire. Our business is to help you grow your business.
Just call Sal.
No one in New Hampshire wants to worry about how to pay for winter heating bills. If you qualify financially, the New Hampshire Fuel Assistance Program is available to help. Simply call 211 to be directed to your local community action agency to apply. Home heating assistance may be only a phone call away. Dial 211 today. Or check out nh.gov for more information on how to apply and to see if you qualify for assistance.
Hi, I'm Tony Joyce from Joyce Cooling and Heating. Fall is here, and that means you may or may not have tried your heating system. Routine maintenance and filter changes are the best things you can do for your health and the health of your system. Another thing you can do is call Joyce Cooling and Heating. Our installation and service techs are trained and equipped not only to repair or replace your equipment, but also to respect your home and health. And remember, that's Joyce Cooling and Heating, 882-4244, or on the web at joycecool.com.
The Rayla Campbell Show. Hard-hitting, no filter. Leave that PC stuff at home. Representing the bars and stripes. A mom, a patriot for American values and the American way. And now your host, Rayla Campbell.
Good morning, Nashua. Happy Thursday. It is gorgeous outside. This is Rayla Campbell, and you're listening to The Rayla Campbell Show live on WSMN, WSMN 1590 AM, 95.3 FM, also live on the web at WSMN.live, and we're streaming live on my Facebook at RaylaForCongress.com. Hello, Dennis, who's out there, first one to chime in this morning. Good morning to all of you listening in the car. It has been quite an amazing week. I have had so many different things going on. I've been up here in New Hampshire quite a lot. I got to meet Eric Trump twice and traveled to 2 different locations with him. And then yesterday, I also got to see the vice president. It's all up there on my Facebook page. It was so amazing. I actually was standing there right in the front row with my gimpy leg and all. And Vice President Pence pointed right at me. I was wearing my America Backs the Blue dress. And he said, "Thank you so much for everything that you're doing." He gave me the double finger point and the double thumbs up, and it was so amazing. I was just like starstruck, to be honest. It was an incredible experience, and just to be so close with the vice president and everything that he's doing, going out there and just completely supporting us as Americans. It was an amazing event. And I was there with my buddy, Tony Fed. Hey, Tony, hope you're listening. He is part of America Backs the Blue. He's amazing. He does a lot of the Back the Blue rallies, and he's been such a great supporter of mine and just a really great friend. So that was just an incredible experience. And if you guys want to see the video, it is up there on my Facebook page. Good morning, Andy and Joe. Good morning, everybody on Facebook. I'm so glad that you guys are all up listening to me. I hope my children are doing their homeschooling, because they should be. We have to catch up. We had a busy day yesterday, so we missed out on a couple of subjects, but I know that my girls are up there doing it right now. So yesterday was incredible. And then on Tuesday, I was with Eric Trump, and that was so cool to be standing there with him twice and listening to him speak and just talking about all the different things that they're doing, and they're going around the country, and how the president is just making stops everywhere. And where's Joe Biden? Hiding in his basement. But, the president is out there. He's working hard for us. He's trying to make sure that we can open up, that we have our freedoms, liberties, opportunities for everybody, getting back to business, getting back to healing our economy and growing stronger. And it's really important that we're all out there and we're helping the president, supporting Republican candidates. I was with Corky, Matt Maurer. I mean, we really got to get all of these candidates in office. And I also, I almost forgot about that. I did Black Voices for Trump as well with Eddie Edwards, and also Latino Voices for Trump, and that was with Steve Negron. So we did that also this week, and it was so amazing to be standing there with strong voices, just really showing that we are just as strong as we've ever been for the president. And we're going to go out there and we're going to give him 4 more years. And we're going to make sure that we get all of these Republicans in office, because it's time for a change. There's a red wave coming, and we need to be part of that and ensuring that we have people watching the polls. We need poll watchers. If you need information about that, please contact me through my website or through my Facebook page, or you can actually reach out to a couple of members in the Massachusetts GOP that can help you do that. But yeah, it's been awesome, and we need people in Massachusetts as well as New Hampshire. Big time in Massachusetts, because as everybody knows how much we've had with voter fraud, seeing as I should have been on the ballot, but they threw out many of my votes, almost 3,000, and they did that because It's the Democrats, and they're corrupt, and they're able to control everything because we don't have the people in the places we need them. And that's what we need to do. We need to make sure that we have people working the polls as well as people watching the polls when they're counting the ballots, because I am a write-in, so everybody's got to remember to go out there and write my name in, Rayla Campbell, Rayla, Campbell like the soup. You got to write it in, make sure you fill in the bubble for Congress, District 7, and also since nobody's running in 1, 3, and 8, we can do those as well. So you can write me in all of those districts, and, you know, we'll see what happens. But we definitely know that we're going to try our best to take down this beast that's in office. I don't even want to mention her name. We'll just call her Antifa-iana. Everybody likes that. So we got to make sure that, you know, we get a lot of voices out there. We're strong. I've got so much support. Thank you, everybody, for everything that you have been doing and standing up and standing beside me and just being really, really strong as Americans. You know, there's no color. There's no color in our group. We don't see skin color. All we see is red, white, and blue. And I want to make sure that everybody understands that I'm standing up for everybody, for all the voices, all of us who feel like we are not being heard. We're the middle class. We're the backbone of this country, and we need to be strong for our president and for our candidates that are running, myself included, and also leading by example. We definitely need to get out, open up, get back to work, get back to school. We've got Faker Baker in there that's literally trying to destroy the Massachusetts economy, and we need to put a stop to that. I mean, Baker thinks that he can just do whatever he wants, but you know what? What he's doing is illegal, and it's completely government overreach. He needs to stop, and he needs to actually be listening to the people that put him there. Because you know what, Faker Baker? There's a red wave coming, and it's coming for you too. So I am going to be part of that. Absolutely. But yeah, it's been so amazing, everything going on. And I, you know, have had many of attacks. Oh, you know what else I did? I did the protest against Democrat violence. It's a peaceful protest against the Democrat violence. Made lots of news coverage. That was with Super Happy Fun America. I am a member of that group, and they are an amazing bunch of patriotic constitutionalists. It's just, they are a great group of people. And we actually showed the Democrat violence right there on hand. The things that they were doing. I mean, they ate a heart and then poured blood all over them. Gross. This is what's out there in society. This is the radical left. Is this what you want? Running your country, these type of people? Because you know what's funny about it? The people that were in the video happen to be standing with, and we have pictures of, Marty Walsh at one point in time. Also, what's her name? Michelle Wu. That one too. We've got pictures of her with these groups of Antifa, and they're out there supporting them. And I believe that those are the same people running the city of Boston, and Michelle wants to run for mayor. Now, if they condone that behavior, what makes you think that your livelihood, your rights, or anything are going to be protected? They're not. They're out to destroy our state and destroy our democracy, and we can't allow that to happen. It's time, everybody. Wake up. Look at what's going on. The Democrats have lost it. They are no longer your JFK party. Those Democrats are gone. Those Democrats are Republicans now. So we got to make sure that we're united and not backing down. The things that they're doing and they're allowed to get away with, and the stuff that they're saying. I mean, I don't know. I think I mentioned it before, but I've never been racially discriminated against as much in my life as I have the past 6 months running for office. And that's coming from the Democrats. And they're allowed to get away with this type of behavior because it's coming from the top. Antifa-iana is out there spewing her hatred and her vitriol and just the nastiness, the evil, nasty words that come out of that woman's mouth. And she single-handedly put a target on my back at the beginning of the summer when they found out that I was running for Congress. You can't have a woman of color on the opposite side, a Catholic, a Republican, conservative in Massachusetts? Yeah, born and raised here. And I'm not going anywhere. And I'm going to stand up for my people, which are the people of Massachusetts, the true patriots who know where liberty was born. If you're just tuning in, this is Rayla Campbell, and you're listening to me on WSMN 1590 AM 95.3 FM, also live on the web, WSMN.live, and on my Facebook, Rayla for Congress on Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are talking about the corruption that is going on in the Democrat Party and how, we've got a lot of people out there. I won't mention any names in particular, but people do know who I am talking about, who are just out to destroy me. And that comes with the rhinos, too. They're trying to do anything to keep me quiet because I have such a great following. My voice is loud, and I am proud of it. I'm not going to back down. I'm going to lead by example, and I'm going to stand up for American values, American way, always, every day, making sure that I am representing the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. Keywords, united. The Democrats want to divide us. They want to go back to communists and socialists. That obviously doesn't work. We have so many people that have come to this country to escape that. And now they're seeing exactly what the Democrat Party is out to do. And yes, Kara, the Democrats are baby killers. They, the things that they want to suppress our votes. They want to suppress our voices. But if they really cared about African Americans and their so-called BLM movement, why aren't they standing out there protesting all of the deaths that are happening in front of Planned Parenthood? So you can be shut down all year, pretty much, if you look at it. You can't do anything. You can't go anywhere, but yet you can still get an abortion. That's unacceptable. We need to cherish our lives. The black family used to be so strong. It used to be so strong. And guess who came in and destroyed that? The Democrat Party. Once again, they came in and they said, nope, you women don't need a man. The government's going to help you. The government will take care of you. The government will be the father of your child. Let's put all these men in jail and completely destroy their lives. And who did that? Joe Biden, 1994 crime bill, and Kamala Harris is no better. But then we got this great president. He came in and he did reforms. And he's trying to instill the family back in life. And that's exactly what people need to do. Bring God back into your lives. Find a true man that you can fall in love with, have a family, and be a strong, united team for your children. Our young men need to be responsible for their actions, but they also need leaders, and they need people that they can look up to. They themselves need to have people that aren't going to sit there and constantly tell them that they cannot do it. Yes, you can. Everybody can do whatever you want if you work hard for it. Same thing when it comes to school choice. I'm a big proponent of school choice. The reason why I'm homeschooling my kids is because I do not like what I'm seeing that is being taught in the public schools, and we need to change that. And that comes from people in the communities, especially in our lower income communities. You can get up and do it. You don't like what's going on in the school. You don't like what's going on with the teachers union. You got to get people in there. We need great conservative teachers that are going to go and teach our children, teach them about our history, not tear it down. We learn. We don't destroy it. You learn from your history so you don't make the same mistakes. Unfortunately, if you're looking at what's going on, you've noticed that these children haven't been taught their history. They're not being taught history in school. They're not being taught civics. It's absolutely disturbing, disheartening, and putting our children at such a disadvantage, a complete disadvantage. And why are we doing that? Our children used to be the smartest. We used to be the best. We spend so much money on our school systems, and they shouldn't be failing, but they are. Why is that? Because there's too much Democrat power, and it's time for it to change. And we can do that. We have plenty of teachers out there, plenty of support. I need these parents who can't stand what's going on in their school system to go together and fight. More voices than just one. It takes a village, and you all need to get out there and fight for it like I am, because I am not going to have my children being put in a school where we have people telling them that the color of their skin makes them privileged. There is no such thing as white privilege. I will say it again and again. We are American privilege. We have the freedoms to do what we want because we live in America. These children are allowed to go out there, protest, and riot, apparently, because that's supposed to be freedom of speech and Antifa's just an idea. Yeah, right, Joe Biden. They're allowed to do that. Why? Because it's protected by the First Amendment, not the rioting, but the free speech and their going in their protests. That's protected by the First Amendment. They don't have that in other countries, do they? Absolutely not. And what's happening, what they're being told, I mean, I would love for one time all these little frilly-dilly kids who have no idea what it's like to grow up anywhere other than their rich class neighborhood to go into the city. Go take a walk down Methadone Mile. Go into the projects. Go in there with your little BLM signs. See what happens. See how they treat you. You think they're going to be, oh, it's okay. Oh, yes. No, they're going to ask you where the hell you were last night when someone got murdered right down the corner. What are you going to do about that? How are you going to help that family? Are you going to has BLM given any of these families any money? Oh, no, that's right. Because it all goes to Joe Biden's campaign. How is that even possible? How is nobody opening up their eyes and paying attention to what's happening? This has got to stop. People need to be accountable. You need to stand up and you need to stand together. You need to stand together. We can all do this. Oh, yes. They want to defund the police car. Yes, we know. And we're not going to do that. So yesterday it was great because we were at the Pence rally and one of the chants that went out was back the blue. And the whole crowd, because you know the president stands up for law and order. I stand up for law and order. We need more police, more training, more officers in areas, and we need to open up the hospitals because we have a huge mental health problem. And our officers go out there every single day protecting our lives, putting their lives on the line to protect us. And I will make sure that I will always be an advocate for them, that I will stand strong for them whenever they need me, whenever they need me. All they have to do is ask, and I will be there for them. Because you know what? They go out there and they don't know if they're going to come home every night. They don't know. It is completely unhinged out there. It's insane. And we got to make sure that we are giving them every opportunity and all of the tools that they need to protect themselves and to do their job. Let the police do their job. Unfortunately, we've got people that want to defund and take police out of areas where we desperately need them. Do they ask the members of the community, is that what they want? Absolutely not. We need to give the police everything that they need. They need more funding, not less. We need more officers. You know what we really need? We need a straight line from high school for our young men and women who want to go into law enforcement to get into the academy. Go right into the academy. Make a difference in your community. That's a big thing that we need to start doing. Entrepreneurships, training, getting all of these young children something of value that they can do, giving back to your community. That's what God teaches us to do. God teaches us that. But yet, you've got so many of these Democrats that want to destroy our faith, destroy our love for our country. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. We are going to make sure that we make a lot of changes. I am big on trade schools, and I want them in every single city and town. Every town should have a trade school or some form for high school. For middle and high, you go in, you can go into a trade, you come out with a skill. It is so important to come out with a skill. And a lot of people don't know there are so many union jobs in the city that are required. One, they have to have 25% African American male with a trained skill that live in the community. Those jobs start at anywhere between 40 and 60 grand. And a child can come out of high school with a skill to go into that job. That's what we need to be giving them. Working for a union, getting benefits, being somebody and being part of something. That's what we should be teaching our children. Not to hate your country. This country is amazing. You all can do whatever you want if you just work for it. Work hard for it. Nothing in life is free, and it's definitely not easy. There's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be hard times. You're going to fall down, but you got to stand back up. You got to stand back up. I am not going to allow anybody to intimidate me, to bully me, or to tell me I can't do something because of the color of my skin. When did that come back? When did that come back? And you know what's funny is you got all of these super rich black politicians that are telling people that they can't do it, but yet they're doing it. So how come you can do it and I can't? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's also time to get off the Democrat plantation, people. Enough is enough. Look at what they're doing. That's not a party. It's a communist regime. That's what it is. I'm calling it like I see it. And I don't care if you don't like it, because that's what I see. But us standing strong for American values, American way, conservatives, Republicans, we are the voices of freedom. We are the voices of liberty and opportunity. Standing strong with our president, our vice president, we are going to make sure that we give everything to the American people that they deserve. It's time to take care of us, Americans first. We have to rebuild our infrastructure. We have to make sure that we're bringing jobs back to our economy, building stuff here. We are the #1 exporter for energy, so that's one thing that we've done already off the list. But now we want to be the #1 for manufacturing again. Everything should be made in America. Why? Because it's the best. It's the best. We're the best. I love my country, and I think everybody should understand what it's like to work hard for your country, love your country, know your history, and get out there and do something good. Get out there and help somebody, help a friend, help a neighbor. Go say hi to your neighbor. They probably miss you. Hey, how you doing? I see my neighbors all the time, so I know that they don't miss me. We are not afraid to go out and say hello to our neighbors anymore. We've got to open up. Our children need to go back to school full time. Every single child should be in school. These teachers, if you guys are so concerned, you get your flu vaccination. Don't make it mandatory for every child. That's the parents' decision. My child, my choice. Everybody needs to realize these are your children. The government cannot tell you what to do with your child. That's your child. You gave birth to them, not the government. Remember that. I know that. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, you are listening to the Rayla Campbell Show, live on WSMN 1590 AM, 95.3 FM, also live on the web at WSMN.live, and on my Facebook page at Rayla for Congress. Oh, yes, I'm getting such great pictures from so many people that I met yesterday at the rally. Thank you guys so much for coming out and, taking pictures with me. Everybody can take pictures with me. You don't have to be afraid. I'm not going to bite. It's definitely, it's been an amazing week. Such an amazing week. I'm so happy. And yes, Christine, no mandatory vaccinations. Absolutely not. I mean, we've got to realize what's going on. And we also know that if you do get the flu shot, then, they're going to make you get COVID tested, and you're going to get positive COVID test because it's in the flu shot. Yeah, we all know. So no mandatory flu shots for our children. If the teachers want to get the flu shot, they should get the flu shot. If they want to make it mandatory for anybody, it should be the administrators, including the superintendent, the principal, all the teachers. I mean, the health department has to. That's a requirement for them. And also, people just got to be smart. If your kid's sick, keep them home. And that was always a problem when you went back to school anyway. My kids haven't had so much as a sniffle all summer long since school actually ended. Well, we started going home. You know how many different things that they brought home when they were in school before? I mean, we were sick all the time. I was like, okay, here it comes. What's going on now? And we're strong. We're strong. Our immune systems are strong. That's what we need to be paying attention. So we want to also make sure that, we're teaching our kids their history. It's history. We want to learn it, not burn it. As we've seen what's going on, stop pulling down the statues. We've got so much going on this year with huge, huge, huge events. Do you know how many? It's 400 years since they landed on Plymouth Rock. Like, let's think about all the different things that are going on that are being canceled. So that was being canceled, but I do believe that the Constitutionalists and the Constitution Party is going to be trying to put that back on and making sure that, we do celebrate the history of, especially Massachusetts. Look at it's where everything started. And that's one thing that I'm going to make sure of. So when I become your next Congresswoman, because you guys are so awesome and you're going to write me in, Rayla Campbell, Randolph, Mass, Rayla, Campbell like the soup, and you make sure to fill in that bubble. You guys are going to write me in, and I'm going to be your next Congresswoman, and I'm going to make sure that we put in some changes that kind of Texas has in there. And so in order to graduate from high school in Texas, you need 2 years of Texas history. And I think we should actually implement that here in Massachusetts and make sure that people have 2 years of Massachusetts history before you're able to graduate high school. Forget the MCAS test, throw that thing out, go back to standardized testing, because that's a way that we can see where you need help in different areas and not labeling everybody as something. So we want to go back, learn our history, especially Massachusetts history. I mean, we have a lot of history throughout the country, but let's focus on our history in our state because it's where it all began, and it's so beautiful and so great. And there's so many different things that kids don't even know about our own history. I mean, has anybody ever been in some of these schools? I know that some of them haven't been down to the old State House where the Boston Massacre was, to stand there, to see the circle right there. I know that so many of these children have not been able to do that. And it's the same thing with bringing the kids from the city down to Plymouth Rock and Plymouth Plantation. It's called Plymouth Plantation. Stop trying to rename everything. It's that for a reason. Bringing them down there and having them actually experience and learn from the real Native Americans that are still here and that still live here. I know one, Chief Yellowfeather. She is awesome, and I hope she's listening. Hi, Chief. But she is one that you can get such amazing history from. She's Chappaquiddick. Yes, Chappaquiddick. That is just, she is been such an inspiration to me, and I love her to death. And I really want people to learn all about American history. Yes, exactly. Take a walk on the Freedom Trail. Go to the African American Museum, the History Museum right there in Boston. There's so much for us to teach our children. And you know what? If everybody's homeschooling right now, or if you're doing your hybrid plans, I would tell you to actually, we do a program. It's called Time for Learning, and it's only like $35 a month for 2 of my kids. So it's really, my son is only 3 years old, so I have a homeschooling program that I do with him anyway. But I would really tell people to go and look at the homeschooling programs that there are out there and pick one that works good for you and your family, and take your kids on your own field trips with them, because we are all working from home, or maybe we don't have a job right now, but there's a lot of opportunities that you can go, and passes, and there are free passes and stuff through the libraries that you can still get, and take your kids on these trips. Go and learn about their history. I mean, teaching your kid on your own, doing a curriculum that you prefer, that's based off of our history, and also you can add religion in if you want. I do, of course, because I am Catholic, and I want to make sure that my kids keep that foundation in their background, and making sure that God is first in their lives. So I want to make sure that, we do that stuff. But taking out your kids and doing field trips, just, I think it's amazing, and everybody should be doing that right now with their children. So I've driven through Nashua, and I've seen such amazing history just up here, and I think that I'm probably going to take my kids walking around and do a couple of little events on here so we can see what's going on in the history of Nashua. And I know that it has a big French history, and I would like to explore that and learn more about it, because it's definitely amazing, different, coming from Massachusetts and coming right up to here, where it's like so much more history in New Hampshire, the Granite State, stuff that we haven't learned. The siren's going by. It's going to be loud for a quick second. But yeah, so being here in New Hampshire all week has been amazing. So amazing. Being with Corky, being with Matt, being with the Trump team, and the young workers, the young Republicans that are out there knocking on doors. I did do door knocking. I've been helping out a lot. I want to make sure that we're focused on getting as many people in office as we can. We really, really need to, make sure we're standing up for American values, the American way, standing up for our voices, and keeping our country and making sure that we do not allow these Democrats to destroy it and to tear it down. So, people, if you're up here and you need, we need door knockers, and we also need people to watch the polls. So please reach out to the Trump headquarters. There's plenty of ones. You can go to Salem, go here in Nashua, Manchester, whatever's closest to you. If you need help, you can also reach out to me, like I said, on my Facebook page, Rayla Campbell for Congress on Facebook, or you can hit me up on Twitter. It's Rayla for Congress on Twitter. Or my website, it's RaylaForCongress.com, and make sure you keep helping us and keep those donations coming in, because we are still going strong, and the campaign never, never ends. We're always going to be going, because you know what? Once we hopefully win come November 4th, that day we're going to start. That's the day we're going to start. So November 3rd, everybody knows we got to get out there, write my name in, but the campaign again starts November 4th. And it's going to be great. It's going to be so exciting. Can I know why you support Trump? Really? Yes, actually, you can know why I support Trump, because the president has done amazing things, and he's standing up for the American people, because he is the first president to go out there and fully fund African American colleges, because he is the first president to go out there and to enact opportunity zones and make really so many more opportunity zones, because he's the first president to go out there and really look at what's going on and change these broken ways that the Democrats have with the USMCA. Look at that. That's bringing jobs back here, because he's focused on us as Americans. We had the lowest unemployment for African American women, Asians, Spanish, Latinos. The President Trump did that. That's why I support him, because he cares about us, about the Americans. When's the last time it was America first? That's what Donald Trump stands for. That's what I've always stood for. So that's why I will always support President Trump and everything that he does. Did that answer your question, Marvin? I feel like that might be a troll. So, yes, thank you for asking that question, but yes, that's exactly why. And everybody needs to know that I am pro-life. I am pro-Second Amendment. I'm pro-school choice. I want to make sure that we give our youth the opportunities that they deserve. I was up here with two amazing young men and women, Maya and Keen, who are working so hard for the president, and they are out there door knocking, making phone calls. They're so amazing. And I'm so proud to have been standing right by these two young, strong Republicans, because they are the voice of our future. They are the voice. And I'm so honored to have so many young people reach out to me, because you guys need somebody that's going to stand up for you and not going to let people continuously bully you and tell you that you're a racist or anything, because you love your country. If that happens, please reach out to me, because I know that it has been happening, and I will go and I will speak. If you want me to, ask me. I will come and speak, because that's what we need to do. We need to have dialogue. And if you want to know about any situations that maybe you're not too familiar with, everybody wants to say they know what it's like to be in, a black family or a black life, and you just, every family is different. Everybody is different. And when you're in a black house, I don't know how it's any different from being in a white house, honestly. Really, let's stop with the color. Let's stop. We're Americans. It's just about who we are as people, good versus evil. Let's be good. And let's get the evil out, which is the Democrat Party. Make sure everybody votes red. Fill in the bubble all the way down. Red whole ticket. And if you don't know who somebody is that's running in your area, look it up. Find out. You got to be informed. Shut off the fake news media. Do the research yourself. Find out. Invest. Look. You have these things called eyes and this thing in your head called the brain. You can use it. The COVID brain can go bye-bye. Put it away. We're going to make sure that you get out there and learn and see what's going on. Because if you can sit there, look at every single thing that Joe Biden has done. Look at every single thing that Joe Biden has said. All of the stuff that he said. I mean, I'm not black because I'm not voting for Joe Biden. Those came out of his mouth. Like, seriously, you kidding me, dude? And then amongst the other stuff he talked about. Oh, there's somebody. Oh, what are you talking? Yeah, you guys are having like your own conversation in the chat box. So, there's somebody asking about police brutality, and you know what? I'm not seeing police brutality all over the place. I'm seeing, again, good versus evil, and I'm also seeing a lot of brutality against our police. Our police are up against a lot, and they have been for quite a few years. It's been going on for a while. And, everybody wants to be like, oh, the police are being rough. Have you ever tried to arrest somebody that is on any type of narcotics or just completely out of control and thrashing and, spitting or punching? You got to restrain somebody. And that's not called brutality. It's called protecting not only that person, but protecting yourself. So, you know what? The police are out there. Our police are amazing. And if you guys were listening just a little bit in the past, what is happening with Nashua's police, also amazing. And the trainings that they're going through and the stuff that we got to do to make sure that our police are protected, because they're out there on the front lines. Unless you're going to be out there on the front lines, don't even talk about it. Unless you know what's going on, unless you're going through the training, then you have nothing to say. Are you walking in their shoes every single night when they have to go into some of the worst areas where you wouldn't ever think about going? You wouldn't think about going ever. And they go in there and they help. And they help. And we need more officers on our streets. We have a troll in the room. So I'm going to block this guy because he's just completely ridiculous and annoying, and nobody needs him harassing us. So we're just going to go and we're going to, block this guy. Hold on. Because it's just annoying. Yeah, there you go. Bye-bye. Shoe fly. Don't bother us. All right. So he's gone. I hope that's the end of that, because that was absolutely ridiculous. Don't need that. All right. So I think that he's gone, everybody. So we don't have that troll dealing with anything. But that's what happens. You know, sometimes we have people in there and they, want to start problems, or, just think that you can sit there and troll me and it's going to intimidate me and I'm going to be afraid and run away. That's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. Chew fly, don't bother me. That's just how it is. So, again, everybody, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Rayla Campbell Show live on WSMN 1590 AM, 95.3 FM, also on the web at WSMN.live. And I am streaming live on my Facebook at Rayla for Congress on Facebook. So, definitely love the support. Got a lot of people doing great things out there. I've had people standing out doing some door knocking for me and, handing out some of my stickers. I'm so happy that you guys are getting out there. And hi to everybody who is listening in their cars. Thank you so much for tuning in. Every Thursday, you can listen to me from 9 to 10 a.m. I talk about all my recent events from the week and anything else that is usually going on in my life, which is always something. And it's definitely the events of campaigning. It's been it's been an amazing year. I wouldn't say it's something that everybody should go through with all of the attacks and everything that I've had, but I definitely think that having people, running for office and getting out there and speaking and being the voice of the people is really important. And we need to get more Republicans elected. We need to make sure that, we have strong voices, strong men and women that are going to stand up for the American values and American way and make sure that we are protecting our history, teaching our children, and standing up for what is right and helping. We have a huge mental health problem and everybody has been seeing it, and we got to make sure that we get people in office and we open up the hospitals. We want to make sure that we have people in the local level from dog catcher up. That's what we're going to do. We have to get Republicans elected. That's so important. We need to have balance. And conservative values, conservative views, everything that we've been doing all summer long and that we've been stating all summer long, everybody should be opening up their eyes to seeing what the Democrat Party is actually really about and what they have done and what they're trying to do to this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. So stand up, be strong, get out there, rock your vote. Make sure that you vote red all the way down. Republican. Fill it all in and write my name in November 3rd. Rayla Campbell. Again, Rayla, Campbell like the soup, Campbell. It's going to be great. There's going to be a lot of parties. It's going to be a good time. I'm hoping that the president is coming back up to New Hampshire before the end of this week or possibly next week. I hope so. I will be here. Absolutely. I'll be here front and center, stand up for my guy because he's the man. He's the best president ever. I love him. He is awesome. And I don't care if anybody doesn't like that. I am so obsessed because the president is the man and he is doing great things. And I will always stand up for him as he is doing for us. So that we have so many different things that we really need to focus on and to help with the president and making sure that we're just putting everything on the line and showing him that we have got his back. There is a red wave coming, and we're going to fight for our future and for our children's future. We have got to get these hospitals open. We have got to get these people that are walking on the streets care. They need care. The zombie zone has got to end. We need to help the people. Get them up, get them in the hospitals, get them in the beds, get all of the therapy that they need so that they can go back and be productive in life. And if they should be in a hospital, they should be in the hospital. There's nothing wrong with that. We have to have the right care. Get the right men and women that are going to take care of these poor souls that are just trapped. And everybody's just thinking it's okay allow them to walk around with one shoe on, shaking like a zombie. No, that's not okay. They need help. They need our help. Stop ignoring the problem and help with it. It is so important. So the state hospitals need to be open. We have to reopen them, get these people into beds. That's important. We have a lot of men and women that are out there working in mental health, and they need help too, because they're getting budget cuts, and they need the help so they can help the people that are out there. And we need to take that off of our law enforcement's hands. They are not mental health workers, but yet they have to go through all of the training, and they're the ones that are called first. And they put their lives on the line, and they go out there. They don't know what's behind that door, or they don't know what they're going up to, especially with the drug problem. And we all know it because we've got methadone mile. Methadone mile, that's a problem. You want to see what's happening in our country. You want to see what's happening when they put a cage up and say, oh, it's okay. No, put them in a hospital. There's a state hospital right there. Put them in there. Get them the help that they need. That's what we need to do, because you know what? This is just trickling down. And that's why it's so important for Faker Baker to open up. You and Cookout Karen, the cookout time is over. Open up our city. Open up so our children can go back to school full time. They need that social interaction. They need to be around their peers. They need recess. They need to be run. Seriously, these kids need to be out there getting exercise, which I still don't understand while I'm driving. So I was driving over here to Nashua today, and I still saw playgrounds wrapped up in yellow tape. How are you still shutting down playgrounds? These children need to get outside, move their bones, move their muscles, activities, run, stretch, play. I mean, you should not be locking things down. A playground where you're outside. You're outside. Seriously. Let them go play. Or you're going to make a whole bunch of little Wall-E people because you're stunting them because you want them to just sit inside and do nothing. Absolutely not. It's time to get out there. Time to be free again. This is our country. We got to take it back. Enough with this, what the Democrats are doing, the shutdowns, everything. We as Republicans, we as Americans, we need to fight for our freedoms and take them back. The Democrats need a lot of treatment. We can open up some hospitals for them. They're going to lose their mind once it comes, when the president gets 4 more years and they see the huge red wave, and we not only keep the Senate, but we take back the House, and we put in the right people in the right places and really start changing what is wrong with our country and making sure that we get our values first and foremost, which are American values. Proud to be American, proud to love my country, proud of our diversity. That's what makes us so amazing, and that's what makes us the United States of America. I am so happy to be with everybody today. It has definitely been so amazing to be up here in New Hampshire and be able to just go and do so many different events with the president and the vice president and the president's son. And I want to make sure that, you know, he knows that I'm standing strong for him, which I'm pretty sure that he does. And everybody in Massachusetts and New Hampshire knows that I'm standing strong for all of you guys as well. Going out there, being black voices for Trump and being strong and making sure that people listen and hear what we have to say, because we're just standing up for ourselves, and we are really wanting to protect our history and move forward instead of going backwards. There's a huge problem with people always having to repeat history and go into the past and to the back. No, we need to make sure that, you know, we're moving forward as a country, moving forward as just a proud American people that we are. So proud. At least I'm proud. I'm proud to be around so many amazing patriots that are just, you know, true to the core. And we're out there, and go to any standouts. So if you see any standouts, you stop by, go see everybody, say hello, wave, you know, stand there for a couple of moments and just give support. It's so much fun. Our rallies, we have Back the Blue rallies, we have Trump rallies. They're great. We've got music now, so you just smile and wave. Great music. Everybody's just having a great time. I mean, whenever you get a horrible bad finger, all you got to do is give a smile. Smile and wave and say, God bless you. That's what it is. They're able to have their free speech, and so are we. You notice how we never go and protest any of, like, the Biden rallies? Is there a Biden rally? I've never seen one. I don't know. I've never seen one, but you won't ever see us there doing that, because you know what? That we don't go for just to stand there and to spew hatred as the Democratic Party does. We want to give everybody a voice, give everybody a nice love and just honesty, and just to be out there and say, hi, I love you, God bless you. We're so happy to stand up for American values, American way, and our great President Trump. And everybody else should really just open up their eyes and see what's going on. That's it for me, everybody. You have been listening to Rayla Campbell Show live on WSMN 1590 AM, 95.3 FM, also live on the web at WSMN.live, and also on my Facebook page, Rayla for Congress. Thank you, guys. I will see you next week. Have a great weekend.
WSMN 1590, WSMN 95.3 FM Nashua. Listen, watch, and stream at WSMN.live.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
Tonight will probably be the last time we see the two presidential candidates together in one room. The debate on the campus of Belmont University in Nashville. Don Jr., the president's son, on Fox News points out some irregularities imposed by the debate commission.
You see what's gone on over the last few weeks when it comes to the moderator of the second debate being a Joe Biden intern, sending DMs but actually doing it on Twitter to never Trumpers to try to get some a way to hit Trump, lying about it, saying that they were hacked, and then ultimately getting caught. This moderator apparently is a big Obama administration